This podcast is a 98 Studios production.
Today's the day, baby.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the motherfucking day.
Today is the day.
Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Today's the day.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Today's the Day with Zack Anderson. We got something special, and I'm excited to go and announce this and give you guys the little inside scoop before it happens. We launched an episode with one of the scrolls from The Greatest Salesman in the World, that book, the scroll marked 1, and got really good feedback. People loved it, and they wanted to go and hear the rest of the scrolls. So I'm very excited. We are going to be going through all of the scrolls throughout the course of this season. So you guys will have solo episodes of me going through these scrolls, giving my personal experience with them, reading them out. And I definitely want you guys to understand why we're doing that, why I think it's worth the time, the money, the effort of me, the studio, everybody go put this out for you guys. And it's really, really, really hard to put into words, but this book has changed my life in more ways than I can explain. This book, found it when I was 19 years old. It got recommended to me. I read it and I practiced what it tells you to practice. The reason I think I got so much out of this book is because it has the best call to action of any book I think I've ever read, where it's like, hey, this is the blueprint. Here's the story that teaches you the principles and gives you the principles. Here's the blueprint of how to go and apply it and understand it at an intrinsic level and really, really, really wrap your head around it and then implement it in your day-to-day life. And I followed that to a T for over a year. I've done it year over year. I reread them and I reread the scrolls the way that it's described to. And it's been amazing. It's been a massive, massive life-changing book because the principles are not just principles for sales. And not to spoil the book at all, but throughout the story that the main character goes and basically gets, by the end of the book, gets the secrets to life and fulfillment and success. And they're in these scrolls. And as you read through them, it teaches you all of the secrets to finding success, whatever that may be to you. So to me, success is fulfillment and joy and happiness and making a mark and helping everyone around you. And these are these secrets to doing that, whether you're in sales, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, whether you're starting a business, whether you're working like in your dream career, whether you don't know what your career is yet, these principles, if you take them through life, can change your life and the people around you. And I cannot emphasize how important this book has been to me and how valuable specifically these scrolls have been to me. And I don't think there's any way to really go extract the value from these that you could outside of reading the book and doing the call to action that it calls you to at the end of the book. So I challenge you guys, hopefully this just sparks your interest, or maybe you've already done this and you've already had it change your life. And these episodes are just good reminders and a quick listen on a drive to be like, okay, I want to go review the scroll marked 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm very excited to go through these scrolls and I hope you guys love them as much as I do. And if you have any questions, swipe up on any of the stories, message in on Instagram, whatever it may be, wherever you can go leave feedback. And I'm happy to go talk openly about how these have affected and changed my life. And I'd love to hear as you guys go and implement these things, or if you read them or if you implement them, the changes you see and kind of the lessons that you learn. Because every time I go read these, I learn different lessons. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy all the scrolls. It's going to be a fun series. It's going to be me reading, which is boring. So if you're very welcome to skip through that part, read it on your own. And then if you care to listen to my experiences with it, I would love that. Now we've got the scroll marked 4. Great scroll. We'll get into it. I'll read you guys the scroll and then I'll give you guys my 2 cents on it, whatever I'm thinking about as I sit here and read it. So the scroll marked 4. I am nature's greatest miracle. Since the beginning of time, never has there been another with my mind, my heart, my eyes, my ears, my hands, my hair, my mouth. None that came before, none that live today, and none that come tomorrow can walk and talk and move and think exactly like me. All men are my brothers, yet I am different from each. I am a unique creature. I am nature's greatest miracle. Although I am of the animal kingdom, animal rewards alone will not satisfy me. Within me burns a flame, which has been passed from generations, uncounted, and its heat is a constant irritation to my spirit to become better than I am, and I will. I will fan this flame of dissatisfaction and proclaim my uniqueness to the world. None can duplicate my brushstrokes. None can duplicate my chisel marks. None can duplicate my handwriting. None can produce my child. And in truth, none has the ability to sell exactly as I. Henceforth, I will capitalize on this difference, for it is an asset to be promoted to the fullest. I am nature's greatest miracle. Vain attempts to imitate others no longer will I make. Instead, I will place my uniqueness on display in the marketplace. I will proclaim it, yea, I will sell it. I will begin now to accent my differences, hide my similarities. So too will I apply this principle to the goods I sell. Salesman in goods, different from all others, and proud of the differences. I am a unique creature of nature. I am rare, and there is value in all rarity. Therefore, I am valuable. I am the end product of thousands of years of evolution. Therefore, I am better equipped in both mind and body than all emperors and wise men who preceded me. But my skills, my mind, my heart, and my body will stagnate, rot, and die lest I put them to good use. I have unlimited potential. Only a small portion of my brain do I employ. Only a paltry amount of muscles do I flex. 100-fold or more can I increase my accomplishments of yesterday, and this I will do beginning today. Nevermore I will be satisfied with yesterday's accomplishments, nor will I indulge any more in self-praise for the deeds which in reality are too small to even acknowledge. I can accomplish far more than I have, and I will. For why should the miracle which produced me end with my birth? Why can I not extend that miracle to my deeds of today? I am nature's greatest miracle. I am not on this earth by chance. I am here for a purpose, and that purpose is to grow into a mountain, not to shrink to a grain of sand. Henceforth, I'll apply all my efforts to become the highest mountain of all, and I will strain my potential until it cries for mercy. I will increase my knowledge of mankind, myself, and the goods I sell. Thus my sales will multiply. I will practice and improve and polish the words I utter to sell my goods, for this is the formulation on which I will build my career, and never will I forget that many have attained great wealth and success with only one sales talk delivered with excellence. Also, I will seek constantly to improve my manners and graces, for they are sugar to which all are attracted. I am nature's greatest miracle. I will concentrate my energy on the challenge of the moment, and my actions will help me forget all else. The problems of my home will be left in my home. I will think not of my family when I am in the marketplace, for this will cloud my thoughts. So too will the problems of the marketplace be left in the marketplace, and I will think not of my profession when I am in my home, for this will dampen my love. There is no room in the marketplace for my family, nor is there room in my home for the market. Each I will divorce from the other, and thus I will remain wedded to the both. Separate must they remain, or my career will die. This is the paradox of the ages. I am nature's greatest miracle. I have been given eyes to see and a mind to think, now a great secret of life, for I perceive at last that all my problems, discouragements, and heartaches are, in truth, great opportunities in disguise. I will no longer be fooled by the garments they wear, for my eyes are open. I will look beyond the cloth, and I will not be deceived. I am nature's greatest miracle. No beast, no plant, no wind, no rain, no rock, no lake had the same beginning as I, for I was conceived in love and brought forth with a purpose. In the past I have not considered this fact, but it will henceforth shape and guide my life. I am nature's greatest miracle, and nature knows not defeat. Eventually she emerges victorious, and so will I. And with each victory the next struggle becomes less difficult. I will win, and I will become the greatest salesman, for I am unique. I am nature's greatest miracle. As I read these, I sit there and I think, and I've, of course, having not read the book, if you're just tuning in, you're like, oh, this looks like a cool podcast. You jump in and you're listening to the episode. It's like, dude, this is freaking weird. It's like biblical type terms talking about sales in the marketplace. This doesn't freaking apply to me. And I challenge you to look at this a little bit differently and think about this in any and every scenario you could be in, whether you're a college student, a high school student, a single mom, a dad and a mom, a kid, an adult, a grandparent, whatever it may be. As you're reading through this and as you look at it, if you can really go and like believe this to your core, these principles, this is not centered around sales. This is not only going and teaching how to find success in sales. And I think as I read this book, you learn that sales is kind of it's the life force of all economy. Like trade and sales and transacting appears in more ways than you would think. And you're selling yourself all day, every day to everyone you meet, everyone you talk to. It's connecting, and transferring energy from yourself to someone else. So there's a few things in this scroll that are so valuable, and I think people need to hear it. Like It is truly a miracle that you are alive and born and healthy enough to even be listening to a podcast right now. That is a miracle. And sometimes we don't think about it that way. But when you start to look at the numbers and the chance that you have of being born and the chance that you have of being born with the health that you're in, or even the circumstances that you're in, or even the country that you live in, is so slim. It is literally a miracle. You are a walking miracle. And if you understand that, it also says in the scroll, and I've experienced, you then start to understand that you're valuable, and you develop a sense of self-worth that might be greater than what you had prior. If you can really go and analyze and realize, holy shit, dude, it's a miracle that I'm here, so I must have a purpose. I must be here for a reason. You're not here to go through autopilot. You're not here to go and treat people poorly. You're not here to be a bully. You're not here to go make anyone's life harder. You're here to go and grow as a human and go and positively impact people around you. And I believe that to my core. And I think if you can really go and understand how much of a miracle it is that you are here and you're alive, you're going to go value yourself so much more. And I think self-love and having a value that you think of yourself being valuable, having self-worth and self-love is one of the things that I think is lacked so heavily across the board, everywhere. And when you realize how much of a miracle you are, it's a lot easier to love yourself and appreciate yourself, even though you mess up, even though you're not doing everything perfect, even though you've dropped the ball a million times. Like, so much easier to go and appreciate, love, and give yourself some worth when you realize how much of a miracle you really are. And then on top of that, it's so valuable to realize nobody could be you, and you can't be anybody else. So there's no sense in walking around with this inauthentic, like, persona. Go and be comfortable in your own skin and confident and love yourself and walk around as you, because that is the most valuable thing you can be, because no one can go duplicate you. Everybody can be a fake ass. Everybody can. They can keep it up for some amount of time. They can maybe fool you a little bit, but it's rare to find someone who's truly authentic. And I think if you understand how much of a miracle you are, you'll feel so much more confident walking around authentic and as yourself and carrying yourself the way that you feel like you should. And yeah, I think actually in the world, like, this is less sales related, but just actually in the world right now, and as I'm getting older, I'm seeing, like, people don't realize how much of a freaking miracle you are, I am, and the fact that we're all still here and operating the way we're operating, like, that's all just, it's insane. It is insane. It's amazing. And it's really cool to look at it that way. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this scroll. We'll have another one for you guys next week. I'm very stoked on the scrolls coming up. They're amazing. The next scroll in particular is a massive part of why the podcast is called what it's called and why we represent what we represent. And I'm excited to dive into it next time. So I hope you guys love that, right? Understand that you are nature's greatest miracle. You're amazing. People love you. They want you to be the authentic version of you. So go and do it. And as always, until next time, tune in. Much love from me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As always, it was a blast for me. I hope you got something out of this. If you got something out of this video of value, share this with a friend, and please go show your love. We're on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Any ratings, comments, likes, shares, they go a very long way, and they make it so I can keep doing these things for you, and I would appreciate it greatly. So please go share with a friend. Until next time.